You guys hear about the story about the black girl in college went to the front and stumbled across her classmates um, with a text thread of some sort that said cotton pickers? Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into this story.
Yeah, don't. You know better not to say nothing. What? All of y'all. Anybody else? Anybody else? Y'all think we can't pickers and monkeys too? You think that's cool? You think that shit cool? You think that shit cool? Fuck. What? What? No, she texting in the group chat talking about cotton pickers and monkeys. I don't give a fuck who you is, Casey. What? Why the fuck is you talking about cotton pickers and monkeys? Bitch, you're white. Fuck is you talking about? Exactly.
You know what? This generation bothers me. Let me tell you something. They first of all they record everything. That gets on my nerves. Like I hate the fact that I'm 42 for the people that don't know on the panel. They record everything, right? I went to a PWI. I know that feeling when it's just like, what did he say? They in the middle of class, lights on, the camera out, like everything's got to be a drawn out situation. Do you know how to handle that really? You find Casey or whatever her name is. See, that's why I told you I used to be. I'm really nice now. I found her. I'd have invited her somewhere, and I'd have drugged that bitch. Do you hear me? Like seriously, in college that would have been me. But we don't record everything, and there weren't cameras everywhere when I was in college. So like all this, everybody trying to go viral. Like, do you really mean that? Do you really care that she called you a monkey? Or are you just using this as something to post? Because I really care. I'm from the generation that actually cares. So I call cap on this whole video. I'm done.
Let me play a little bit more context.
Yeah, don't. You know better not to say nothing. What? All of y'all. I literally just woke up, y'all. Anyway, so boom, I went to biology and I usually sit in the back, but I decided to sit in the front today to be a good student. So I sit in the front. As soon as I sit down, all of her friends are looking at me like, why your black ass sitting in the front? So I'm literally smiling at them like, hello, good morning. Like it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So I sit down, mind my business. I got my AirPods in and everything. Like I literally don't talk to nobody. I mind my business. So
It's contradictory.
girl come and she's standing on my back like as if she want me to get up out this seat and let her sit down with her friends. So I'm looking around. Then she starts putting her stuff damn near on top of my shit, talking about some just scooch in, just scooch in. So I'm like, whatever, bro. I scoot over and let her sit down. We get to taking notes in class. She opened up her MacBook. I'm literally minding my business per usual. She started getting message. I literally, something in my body said, look down. I looked down. This is the name. This is the name of her group chat. So I'm looking at me and I'm looking at her. Something ain't right. So I got up, boom, went straight to the bathroom to call my dad because I'm like, no, I know me. I'm not about to get over. I'm not going to give her a big reaction that she wanted. Y'all all in the comments talk about some, oh, I would have did this. That's y'all. I'm not losing a degree and putting my hands on somebody that I know is going to call the police on me. Like, that's just dumb. Like, come on. But I just got so instantly irritated because I literally have been dealing with going to school with racist people forever. High school, my first college, and here. And I clocked every single person. I'm clocking them every single time. You're not going to play that with me. As soon as I'm uncomfortable, you're going to be uncomfortable. So, yeah, so I went back in there and I tapped her on the shoulder, asked for her name so I could go report her. And then I left again. I waited outside that classroom door from 9:30 in the morning to 10:40. I stood there and waited outside that door. Went back into class. That's when I recorded the video and kind of went off on her a little bit. And then I went back in there to ask the professor for her last name so I could go report her. And he told me he couldn't give it to me for privacy issues and that why can't I just sit somewhere else? Then he saw I wasn't playing. So he helped me go report her to the Department of Biology. But yeah, y'all. So she gonna say, "You don't know me." Why do I have to know you to look at you dead in your face and see that you're Caucasian and you talking about this and monkeys? Like, is you cool? So yeah, y'all. I've been emailing the dean. I emailed the Department of Biology. I've been emailing everybody. If they don't get back to me, then I'm not even gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna do. But just know I'm not letting it go because they keep getting away with everything, and I'm tired of that. Like I literally have been going through this since high school, and I'm every single time I'm gonna get it and get it and get it. I'm not playing with y'all. Like
But why record all of that?
Oh man. I mean, she's
I
young.
think she just want people to know.
No, that's not
That's
what
the
it is.
problem.
Did y'all hear what she said? She said she seen her phone. She was meddling in that girl's phone and seen it come across the
Yes.
text. So first things first, she's
After
wrong for
claiming she was
meddling with
minding her
that girl.
business.
Yeah. So she's wrong for meddling with that girl's text, regardless she's a racist or not. What as long as she didn't present that to you, what the hell's that got to do with you? But she's a fire starter. She just won't start shit. She said she went from one college to another. She's been an asshole since she was in high school or certainly even middle school. So she was an asshole then. She's confrontational. She's about that bullshit talking about, I know she'll call the police on me. But you go in there and sit there and admit it. You tap this girl on the shoulder. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? You got no. What would your daddy? What I bet your daddy probably told you to do it too. Because if your daddy told you, leave that girl alone, go on about your business. Did she say anything to you? Did she call you into that monkey or what cotton picker? No, let that girl be. You got people in the world who are like it. There's nothing we could do about that. Nothing. Let that girl alone for you mess around, get your ass expelled from school for harassing this young lady. Even though she's a racist, it is what it is. There's nothing we could do about that. You going to do all this, having a confrontation. What is it going to prove? Now, if this girl that did something, address you, called you this, then you have every right to do what you need to do. But that wasn't the case. You so happened to see her phone and seen the message come across, and you decided to respond and get in your goddamn feelings, man. What the fuck is wrong with these people, man?
Yeah. She
I
she
agree.
clearly a troublemaker, man. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like it just seems like she's been traveling her whole life trying to get accepted by white people, kind of like, because she even said like she's experiences multiple time in predominantly white institutes, but yet you're still choosing to keep going to predominantly white institutes when you don't have to. On top of that, from the beginning, everything she said was disingenuous. She said how she was being friendly and smiling at everybody, but then she goes on right after that to say she had her headphones on and was minding her business. Those are two different energies. You don't have your headphones on minding your business and also smiling. The vibe I got from her, and then she says, oh, I decided to sit in the front today to be a good student. So what that tells me is you normally don't sit in the front. So what that tells me is that you saw a group of kids sitting where they probably normally sit, and you probably normally don't sit there. You put yourself somewhere where you normally don't. And so the people who normally see you in the back probably acting a fool were probably like, what's she doing up here? She doesn't sit in the front and pay attention in class. She's usually the one in the back making some noise about some bullshit. And then lo and behold, she's sitting there. Again, she claims she was minding her business. But then if you minding your business, how you happen to see what's on this girl's phone? And even if the girl was racist, it's like, it's none of your damn business. That's her phone. She's allowed to be racist. I think that's a newsflash that people need to understand. The same way you're free to be black, free to be gay, free to be Christian, free to be Muslim, free to be whatever you want to be, they're free to be racist. That's the beauty of this country. You could be whatever the hell you want to be. And their right to be racist is just as protected by the law as your right to be black. So mind your damn business. If you don't like being around racists, don't go to the institutions where they go. There's plenty of HBCUs you could go to. There's plenty of diverse schools you can go to, but you chose to put yourself in that environment. You chose to put your eyes in her phone. You chose to make a debate about it. And then on top of that, You didn't even choose a proper channel. Like, what did you think was going to happen by trying to embarrass this white girl in front of her white peers who were texting her in the group chat? What, you think they're going to feel sympathy for you? And do you think yelling at them and embarrassing them is the way to educate them on race? If you think that's the proper moment to show them that their negative thoughts about black people aren't justified, that doesn't help. You're at a college, at least articulate yourself. You know what I mean? It's okay that you have a problem with what they were saying, but you could have pulled that girl aside and articulated yourself. You could have wrote her a letter. You could have communicated somebody on the campus to set up a mediation. There's a lot of things that could have been done where that could have actually been a teaching moment. Because for all you know, them kids don't know shit. But a lot of these white kids, they only know white people. They literally, they make the same way we make jokes about white people, they make jokes about black people. It is what it is. Everybody makes jokes. And we just tend to be a little bit more sensitive to it than they are. You don't think they hear the little white voice jokes we make on when they see comedians and shit like that? They hear it. We just tend to be a little more sensitive to it. And it's like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but we live in a world with different type of people, and some of them are not going to like you. Accept it, move on, and mind your damn business.